NCT 127. They're under... I don't think they have a company. Howdy, Meowers. Welcome back to the BlushCat podcast.
Hello, everyone.
My name is Indigo. What's your name?
My name is Devin. I don't normally talk like this.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, what are we doing today, you might be wondering right about now if you didn't read the title already? We are going to be badly describing K-pop groups, also known as...
Dicebreakers, to a degree. I'll explain.
Okay.
But first, before we do that... I want to start with some small talk.
Okay, I figured.
I have a topic, so don't even worry, okay?
Okay, cool.
Today, it's a fun one, okay? Today, it's trivia.
Oh, trivia, okay.
Who in MONSTA X is left-handed?
Ooh, this feels like an I am sort of thing.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That's so right. Oh my God.
Cool.
I actually just realized that today when they were having a video pop up in my feed where he was writing on like a Polaroid. And I was
really?
Like, oh my God. MONSTA X is I am is left-handed.
Okay, cool.
And that's your fun fact for the day. But on to the actual topic.
Okay, yes. So you explain.
I got this general base concept from a different podcast that I was listening to called Distractable. So let's give the credit there that there was an iteration of this, but not what we're going to be playing. But an iteration of that was done there. And it's been a while since I saw/listened to that. So I don't fully remember how they were doing it, but I tried to build something off of that. And they were calling their thing Dicebreakers because it was like an icebreaker sort of game, but they were rolling a 20-sided die.
Okay, cool.
So for our game, we're also going to be rolling a 20-sided die. And basically, that's just going to determine the level at which we're going to be explaining a K-pop group. So it's like a fun sort of group activity. Our attempt will happen, and then maybe we'll talk about whether we think it was like, oh yeah, that seemed like a good, attempt or not. So let me give you an example. I spin the wheel. I've got a wheel of names, okay? It has 61 K-pop groups on it. I'd put as many as I could think of.
That's an extreme number.
It's a lot. And some of them we don't know very much about, maybe, and some of them we know a lot about. You can Google, Wikipedia, whatever, more information on the group if you would like. But yeah, so I just have a whole bunch of group names. I spin the wheel. Say it's Indigo's turn. So I spin the wheel for her. She gets a group name. Then I roll the 20-sided die for her. She gets a number. If that number is like 2, she has to do a really bad job at explaining this group.
Hence, badly explaining K-pop groups.
Yes. If she gets like a 10, she's got to be right in the middle of the road. Like not too much, specialized information, but not too many incorrect facts, right? Like right in the middle. And if she gets, an 18, she's got to be telling me, debut date, first name, last name. I don't mean those actual things, but like that level of detail is what you want, the higher the number there is.
Which is not badly explaining, but you're just going to, let that slide.
Yeah. The title, we had to work with what we could, okay? But that's why you can like look stuff up if you want, because you should explain well if you roll high, but it's going to be more fun, it's going to be more freestyle if you roll low. And also, the goal is not to like just completely just talk about something else. Like you should try to talk about the group, but like you can like kind of act like you don't know stuff, like misremember things, things like that. But you should still be like, it should still sound like you're attempting to explain the group.
Right. Nothing absurd, like too far off track.
Right. Like I gave the example when I was explaining this to Indigo. She's never played it before or heard it. So we'll see how it goes for both of us. But I was using the example of if I had to explain The Little Mermaid, I wouldn't want to just, like if I rolled a 1, I wouldn't want to just be like, so this movie's about a dog and a cat, like, because it's not. So you could say like this movie's about like a fish person and they're, I don't know, I think like flopping around, like, you know, you have to be like really bad, but you have to still be talking about The Little Mermaid.
Okay. Yes. So like you just said, I've never played it before. Well, you've never played this K-pop version that we're doing today either, but I don't know anything about this, so I'll try my best. Is there some sort of like max time limit that we're having?
I feel like the time, I feel like to start, why don't we just feel it out, right?
Okay.
Like we feel like we need to switch the rules throughout playing. Maybe we'll add something here or there, but like to start, I feel like we should just try and start, you know?
Right.
Because we don't know how it's going to be.
Okay, so this is really just like a free form sort of, we're going to explain, Meowers are going to listen sort of episode.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's just for like good times, laughter all around.
Okay. Who will be trying to explain first?
Breaking the ice, if you will, on talking about K-pop, right?
Exactly. Because BlushCat is a K-pop themed podcast. Yes, exactly.
I can start if you're feeling a little, you know, a little shy about it.
Okay.
Okay, well then please don't mind the mouse clicks. I will get my group name and my dice roll here. Spinning the wheel now. Spinning the wheel. Oh my god, the wheel looks crazy. It's all multicolored, but when it spins, it's like a blur of brown. Oh, okay. I got Apink.
Okay, all right.
And I am removing the groups. Once they're spun once, we will not spin for them again.
Okay.
So I've got Apink, and I need to explain Apink to the level of a 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Apink. Let me tell you about the group called Apink. Basically, the group has, like, they've got a few members, somewhere in the range of like 5 to 7, something like that.
I see.
Who really knows? And they're called Apink. Like, let me tell you about their name. They're called Apink because they really like the letter A. It's the first letter of the alphabet, and they want to be like number 1, but one pink doesn't necessarily sound as good. So they're called A, and then pink is basically because it's like the last color. So it's kind of like they're doing like A to Z, but instead of letters, because they already used a letter for A, they're using pink. So it's kind of like 1 to 10, A to Z, but it's A to pink, Apink. And they've like been around for, I don't know, probably like some amount of time. And they have a song called 5.
Okay. Are you done explaining?
Yes.
Okay. Well, any group that's called One Pink is crying right now. You said it's not a very good name.
No.
But I don't know why they're called Apink, but I think that's like a totally reasonable in the K-pop realm of like explanation for a group name. So good job on that.
Thank you.
I feel like it was pretty good. I feel like maybe I would you saved it at the end by saying an actual song name.
Yes.
I'm feeling like it's okay for a 5. I feel like I would have maybe explained more, but maybe that's just me. It is lower than average, so I guess you did do lower than average in terms of explaining.
Okay. I was a little afraid to give too many good details when I had already honed in on the size of the group, so
yeah, it's gonna
so accurately.
It's gonna take a little like adjusting,
calibration.
yeah, calibration for me to get used to 1 to 20 and like thinking about that, not just 1 to 10, because in my mind, 5 is kind of middle of the road.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like extra nuanced to do 1 through 20, but that's part of the point, is that you have to try and work with that nuance. It's not just like explain it poorly or explain it well or explain it in the middle. You have to explain like kind of poorly, but not as poorly as you possibly could. Okay, so Indigo, it is now your turn. We're going to spin the wheel for you.
Okay, I need to take a deep breath.
Okay, your group is, you're going to love this one, SF9.
Okay, all right, SF9, that's solid.
Okay, and your role, wow, this has been so fitting so far. We had 5 for Apink, and you have 9 for SF9.
Wow, okay, I think I can do a solid job at this. I am very overwhelmed in a sense. I feel like it's my turn to present, but I'm going to explain the K-pop group SF9, and I'm going to begin now.
Okay, everybody listen up, because you might actually learn a little bit of something here. It's a 9, so
SF9 is a boy group, and they have 8 members, believe it or not, and they are under FNC. That's a K-pop company, and there's some other groups in that company as well. And SF9, they have quite a few albums, They've been a group for a while now. It's been like, somewhere definitely over 2 years. I think it's been a little longer than that. And this is so weird. I don't like doing this. And their members, they have some that, rap, and there's like a dancer for sure. And the dancer is like really prevalent, I'd say. And I think there's some members that act and stuff like that.
Okay, that seems pretty generic, which I guess, that makes sense. I feel like at first you were giving me some information. Yeah, well, it's just like some information that's like, would I have known that they have 8 members? I don't know. So it's kind of like a fan is talking to me, not a regular everyday but that's the hard thing about it, is like it's hard to know like an everyday person's amount about a group. Like I feel like you either know a lot or you don't know much. So I feel like in the middle is kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you stuck with some pretty generic surface level facts, I'd say. And then you said some stuff that's like, sure, like it's a pretty safe bet. So, okay. Yeah, I'd give that a 9.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, on to the next one. It's my turn again, and we don't know how many of these we're going to do.
My turn.
Oh, maybe. We don't know how many we're going to do or anything like that. We'll just have to see. Oh my God. Okay, I almost got P1 Harmony, but I didn't. I got 17.
Okay.
So 17, and we're rolling.
13.
I got a 5 again.
Oh, what?
Well, I guess it's the way of the dice. I'll just have to go with it. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about a group called 17. This is a K-pop group that was formed by a company that really likes to make big groups. So basically what they said one day is, we're going to have a group with 17 members. And did they do that? You bet they did. It's the group called 17. I don't know why you were hoping for the number 13, because I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was just, I don't know why I was thinking that either.
They've got 17 members. They have sort of like a upbeat concept. Maybe it can be a bit jazzy at times. And all 17 of them just dance away. They sing, they rap, they have a great time. And there's definitely like, I don't know, a lot of songs. I mean, it's unavoidable, right? Like there are a few songs that I happen to know. Okay. I do know Aju, nice. And I do know the ones where they wave their hands up in the air and they ooh, woo. And so that's a little bit about the group called 17.
Okay. Well, I thought that was a fun explanation. I do feel like it's a little higher than a 5.
Ooh, but I said there were 17 members.
I know. However, maybe I'm just having that middle of the road difficulty again.
It's hard to do a 5.
Yeah, I bet it is hard to do a 5. It's not supposed to be like, yeah, I bet it is hard to do a 5. I mean, like, yeah, it seems difficult to do 5. Your Apink one, I was feeling like maybe it could have been a 4. This one, I'm feeling like maybe it could have been a 6 or even a 7. I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm calibrating.
I did enjoy it.
Thank you.
It was pretty good.
17 has 13 members.
Yeah. Anybody listening to this episode, please just like understand. We know more than this, and this is just like a joke. Like
everything 10 and above should only have correct facts if you are saying something like concretely. But if it's below 10, you can have things that you say that are like wrong, but that people might assume.
Okay, solid. I'll try to remember that. Watch me get a group that I should know everything about, and I know nothing. That's probably going to happen because my brain, like everybody knows usually happens, will just stop working. But I think that it will be very, very, easy for somebody to get confused listening to this episode if they only hear part of it, like if they're not fully paying attention. And also, please don't take these words, like don't clip our episode and put it out of context and make it sound really horrible, like we don't know. And we're like the worst podcast ever, spreading a whole bunch of misinformation.
Hopefully our tone of voice, you can kind of tell a little bit the that it's not too serious. Okay, well your wish/fear might be about to come true because I've rolled your group for you already.
Okay.
You have Pentagon.
Oh, okay.
So let me get your dice roll. And
Stand Pentagon.
Here we go. Whoa.
10. I got 10.
You lucked out. You got a 19.
Wow. Okay. I'm pretty confident in Pentagon, so let's go.
Okay.
Pentagon is, well, actually, already I'm shaking because hold on, let me do some math real quick. Pentagon is a 7-member group. Is that what we're standing at right now? Let me explain it to you.
It's rough.
I'll explain it to you a little bit. Pentagon started as 10, and then they had 9 for a while. But as of late, it's probably looking like they have 7 members because, one of the members left. And, well, I mean, I guess 3 left, but 1 is Chinese, 1 is Japanese. Those are the 2 members that are no longer probably in the group, but the other members still refer to them on occasion, so they could still be in the group. We don't know. But anyway, they're under Cube Entertainment, or at least they were. See, this is a little bit difficult, I guess, because I get a 19, but everything's so up in the air and ambiguous with Pentagon that it's kind of hard to explain factually. But Hui and Jinho are 2 of the members. Hui is the leader, Jinho is the oldest. They're still under Cube for the time being. And Jinho, he's also in a group called Kretzel. Check it out. They just released a new song. And so they have members that do all sorts of stuff: modeling, acting, radio hosting. They have solo songs. The other members are off in different companies now, but they still interact. They still do stuff because you know why? They're still Pentagon. And they have a lot of great songs. Hui, Roni, you might know him as Roni on BlushCat, but his name is Usopp, and Kino are the ones that make the songs the most often, but all of the members have written lyrics before, and they can dance, and their dances are very fun and sort of like free, I want to say. They have a really good song called Daisy that got them their first win. 4 years after they debuted, believe it or not. They deserved to win plenty of times before that, but it just didn't happen for them. Their fandom is called Universe, so if you stand Pentagon, which you should, you'd be a Universe. And yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, the only difficult thing here, I feel like, is what differentiates a 19 from a 20, right? Like, I feel like I guess I will say that adding in the Roni nickname, Roni, Tony, that sort of thing, and or not being able to concretely tell me for sure the status of the group at this point in time, I guess that could be, it's a 19 rather than 20. Because you had a lot of nice information there, a lot of things that it's like, really, I mean, about this group, like their first win, the song, the number of years after debut, right? Like that's, that was a 19, I'd say.
Thank you. It is, see, I'm not sure, thinking about it myself, like 16 to like 19 area is a little bit like, could I have said more for a 19? Like, should I have talked about every member? Should I have named more of their songs?
I feel like you could have, but like
some of the information I was giving was strong enough information.
Yeah. Like that's what I'd say. Yeah. Kind of, I feel like it's like you have to say a certain number, not a certain number of things. Like with everything you say, you earn like a few points towards like hitting that goal, right? It's kind of like that. So if the things you're saying are less points, then you'd have to say more.
That's like something. What is that like?
I don't know. Okay, but I'm spinning for myself, and I'm going to get
Are you spinning around? You've got this funny feeling?
Yes, I do have a funny feeling because I just spun Stray Kids.
Uh-oh.
Who, I don't know what I'm going to roll here. This might be my first Google. Okay, let's see. I'm rolling a 10.
Okay, exactly average explanation.
Okay. I think I can do this. I think I know an average amount about Stray Kids. I can do this. Okay. Let me tell you guys about a group called Stray Kids. Now, first off, that's Stray Kids with a Z. That's how you spell Stray Kids. Well, the Z is in the kids. I don't mean Stray has a Z. They're a company. I mean, they're a group. I'm panicking. They're a group formed under the company JYP. And they have, I think, 8 members. Okay. I think they had 9, and I think now they have 8.
Sounds about right.
And they have like kind of like a noise sound to their music, maybe some might say. And some notable members of their group are Felix of Stray Kids. He has a really deep voice, and he has long hair a lot of the times, long blonde hair. And also Bangchan. He's Australian. And there is a boy that does a lot of like the high notes in the songs. And some of their notable songs are they have Stray Kids. Well, before they debuted, they had a song that was called kind of like Elevator, but like if Elevator was bad. And then like now some notable songs. Oh, God's Menu, that's one. And Thunderous, that's another one. And Case 143, that's another one. And they're like kind of like third gen maybe. And that's what a normie K-pop fan would know about Stray Kids.
Okay. I think that's solid.
Okay.
I think that's pretty solid. I feel like I'm a little surprised that you didn't mention
like
rap or dance, like, but that's, that doesn't matter too much. Like, you went with the high note thing instead.
I just thought that, like, I was trying to mention someone I hadn't, like, someone that I couldn't, like, mention it another way.
That was solid, though. And, like, I think that they're considered 4th gen.
Dang it. I didn't know. I was
but, like,
flip-flopping.
I mean, no, that's, like, a good thing, though, kind of. Because, like,
right?
You don't exactly know. And it's also kind of, like, Felix is Australian too, but you only said that Bongchan was.
I forgot that Felix is Australian.
I think that helps. I think it helps.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'd say that was like a 10.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, like I was really trying to not give any incorrect information, but like I needed to give some level of information, right? So.
And like you named, like Case 143 is a little maybe bumping it up higher than a 10, but Thunderous and God's Menu definitely I'd say like
ubiquitous.
Those are, ubiquitous.
Okay. Whew.
So good job.
I feel like that was a good, like you got Pentagon and a high roll. I feel like that was a good one for me to get middle of the road.
Yeah.
I did not Google. Okay, I'm spinning for you, and your next group to talk about today is VeriVery.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see how well I can do at this. Haven't heard anything about VeriVery in ages, but we'll see.
If we end this episode without you getting any low rolls, I mean, we can't. We're going to keep going until you get a low roll, okay? Because you still did not get a low roll. You got a 16.
Oh
so
no.
Tell us about VeriVery, but don't tell us too much.
Okay, I don't know VeriVery at a 16, I don't think. But I'll try. Here I go.
You can supplement if you'd like.
Okay. So, VeriVery has 7 members, but some of the members are either in the military or on hiatus right now. And they haven't had a comeback in quite a while, unfortunately. And they're under Jellyfish. You might know that company from Vicks or Goo Goo Don or even. You may know VeriVery because of their hit songs like Lay Back and Tap Tap. They have a few songs that have the same word, occurring. Like it's repeated in the title, and the song is just like the song title is just the same word multiple times. And they do like bright concepts, but they also have some darker ones, or like stronger, tougher sort of ones. And so their magne is Kongmin, and VeriVery was on Road to Kingdom. You might be familiar with them for that. And also there was something that I wanted to bring up about them. Just to say, they debuted in, I think it was actually the beginning of 2019.
The quick Google search is telling me that they are active from 2018. But
they did have a pre-debut thing because one of their songs is like a show sort of like theme. That's what it's called on like the thing. But they debuted in, I'm pretty sure, January 2019.
Okay. Well, let's see. You got the debut date. You got a member and his status of the group. You got some popular songs. You got some show appearances. I feel like a 16 though is like past a 15, which I feel like you were maybe in between a 10 to 15 range.
I
feel like
that.
A little bit more would have pushed you, like a little bit more of like fan specific information might have brought you closer to a 16, but I think it was close. And for not knowing that much about them, I feel like, and not supplementing at all, I feel like that was pretty good.
I could have given more. I know very a little more than that, but I don't know them at a 20, that's for sure. But I think I agree with my placement on that. Sorry, very.
Okay, next up, our wheel is getting thinner, if that's possible. I feel like it keeps spinning to the same exact section of the wheel every single time.
Rigged.
Oh no. Okay. This one's funny because every time you spin the wheel, it says, we have a winner. And it spun winner.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was debating whether to include winner, sorry winner, but I figured it might be fun. But it's not gonna be fun if I roll high here. So I'm hoping for a low roll. Low roll. Let's see. I mean, I got a low roll, but I'm so sick of it rolling the same thing so often. I got a 5 again.
You got a 5. Re-roll.
What if it gets to be high though?
We don't.
I'll re-roll.
Roll again until you get a low number, just not 5.
Uh-oh. I got an 18. Are we going with that? Or I definitely have to supplement if I'm going with that.
I don't know.
I guess I feel like I have to go with the 18 because I chose to re-roll, but I just didn't want to have to get a 5 again. But I'll go with the 18, and I've already pulled them up on Google because there was no way to do this otherwise. And I've already found out an interesting piece of information. So let me tell you a little bit about WINNER.
Okay.
WINNER is a South Korean boy band consisting of 4 members. Kim Jinwoo, Lee Sunghoon, Minho, and Kang Sungyoon. But interestingly, they were originally a 5-piece group. One of the members did depart for reasons associated to his mental health. Okay. So I didn't actually know that. I mean, I did know that about them because I know them this well. And I also know that they were active from 2013. So they've been around for a good amount of time. They're under YG. And some of their like notable songs, if you will. Well, I mean, this I already know. We've got Really Really. Okay.
Oh, that one's a classic.
Exactly. We've got I Love You.
Another classic.
Yes.
Another really iconic one, actually.
It actually is. Like, it's their most iconic one, in my opinion. And also, let me tell you a little bit more about that, if I will. The man that does the I love you, that part, he is the magne.
Okay. Interesting facts.
Yes, and also, there's definitely another really ubiquitous song of theirs. If only they would just have put it here on the Google so that I could have remembered which one it is, because I definitely know which one it is if I think about it, but I can't think of it.
You definitely know it.
They have Really Really, and they have I Love You, and there's that one other one.
Yeah, the one that you always say the part to. Well, not always, but you say the line if it comes up.
Is it Millions?
It is Millions.
Okay, Millions, yes. So they've got, like they've got some songs that like everyone knows, right? So I've told you their company, their debut date, some of the members, some of the songs. I've even given you a little sample. I feel like I need just a little something extra though. I need just that little extra thing to really bring it to an 18 here. I'm going to tell you about
something we both know and love.
Okay, Minho. He was on the show It's Dangerous Beyond the Blankets.
I did see that. I did. Good program.
And so yeah, some of the members probably are involved in producing. I've confirmed that fact, surely, but I feel like it's such an easy thing that like surely that's true. And that is what I'd have to tell you about WINNER. I feel like it's a little weak for an 18.
It's a little weak, but it wasn't too bad.
It would have been so good if I'd gotten even lower than a 5. I was going to talk about Bomgyu's brother. I was going to talk about so much funny stuff. But here we are.
Well, maybe there can be a bonus cookie clip of you you explaining it out like a 1. Yeah, it was maybe like not quite an 18, but it was still enjoyable.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing.
It was a really, really, really difficult group for me to get an 18 for.
The reason I like you.
The
So
reason I
anything.
like you.
Yeah, it's a line from
Okay.
Millions that she always sang.
Classic. I've spun for you.
Great.
Your next group is NCT 127.
Okay.
I'm rolling for you.
Everybody knows I'm a dreams in here.
Okay, you got the lowest number yet. You rolled a 2.
Okay, a 2. This is gonna be interesting.
Okay.
All right. NCT 127 is, I am pretty sure this is a boy group. And they're under... Actually, I think they might just, like, be... I don't think they have a company. I think they're just, on their own. And they kind of, had to make it for themselves type of thing. And I think they're, like, kind of moderately successful, actually. So they have, I think, like... They have, like, one member that, like, does, like, solo, but then there's, like, 2 members that have a duet, and then, like, 7 members make up the actual group, I think. Maybe that's how it works. I don't really know. But they have a song that I've heard before. Fire Truck, I think, is the song that I've heard from them. And so that is actually their newest song. It just came out recently. And I think that they have a lot of ballads. That's their main genre. And I don't think that they actually dance. I think they're kind of like B2B. Or like B2B dances. But I think that, this NCT group, which I don't even think stands for anything, they don't dance at all, I'm pretty sure. And actually, they don't even have... I know you might think that they have, like, foreign members and that they do promo, like, expansively, but it's really focused, actually exclusively in China. But they do sing in Korean, so they are called Kpop. But they're actually, I think, Chinese focused. And that's what I know about NCT 127.
Okay. I feel a little attacked because I definitely had a problem where I kept calling them NCT 127, apparently, for a while. But I call them the right thing now. That was... wow. That was a lot. I like how you compared them to B2B. You brought in some, like, hey, I know of another group. Aren't they like that one? Because I feel like that's something that happens a lot if you don't know a group very well. And I like how you kind of almost were confusing them with Wavy. That was good. And the no company thing, because it's sort of like they're so, ambiguous with their, like, member changing sort of vibe in that realm, that you're like, I don't really know what's going on there. Maybe there's no one. All, like, it's like you were giving such bad information, like so incorrect, but I could see, like, little threads of where you might have been, like, pulling from. So,
and I did know Fire Truck.
Yes, and you knew Fire Truck, which is like, I mean, okay, I'll hold my words. So that...
Not their recent song, it's actually their debut, in case you want to actually know a fact.
I think that was great for a 2.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
I'd love to hear more low rolls from you.
Thanks. That was fun. It was difficult, though.
Yeah. Okay. Let me spin. What have I got? Ooh, we're at the other side of the wheel. Okay. Stop. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew, it almost gave me Promise 9. But it gave me MONSTA X.
Oh, okay. High roll.
Okay, let's see. I'm rolling for you today a
For you.
12. Okay. I meant, like, for the good people at home.
Okay.
I'm rolling a 12, right? Okay, so a 12 with MONSTA X. Slightly above average. Let me tell you all about a little group. Well, okay, not little. A medium-sized group called MONSTA X. Not Monster X, MONSTA X. They have 6 members, okay? Currently 6-member group. A lot of them are in the military right now, so there's only a few, but I can name them all, okay? Shonu, Hyungwon, Juhoney, IM, Minhyuk, and Kihyun, okay? All the members, those are their names. The genre, I can't really say because I'm not good at genres. So I don't really, unless I've heard people like say what genre it is, I can't really pinpoint it. But they've got like, you know, some more like powerful sorts of songs. And they've got some dancers, like Shonu is a dancer. They've got some rappers like Juhoney IM are rappers. They've got some vocalists. Kihyun's one of those. I don't want to like super pinpoint the other members because I don't want to be like, well, they're actually like half this and half that, right? So let's not get into it. Some of their songs early on, they had songs like Hero, right? Jealousy. They've got Alligator, Shootout. Those ones are sort of in the middle. And then more currently, like Love Killa, Gambler, right? Some good stuff here. They're under Starship Entertainment. And they debuted around like 2015-ish, give or take a year or two, like somewhere around there is when they debuted. And I mean, that's sort of like some basic info on MONSTA X. Yeah, the members appear on like variety shows, entertainment shows, stuff like that pretty often. They had a show of their own called MONSTA X-Ray. Had a couple seasons, and yeah, pretty good group.
Okay, I think that was a good 12.
Thank you.
Because you did it more, like comparing it to your Stray Kids 10, you gave like the same type of information, but a little bit more. So I think that you did a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's spin for you. Spin for you. Spin for you. Win
Spin
and
for
spin.
you. I was going play. We were going to grandmother's house. We go. Which has been in my head every time you've spun the wheel. I think of that movie.
Classic. Okay,
yeah.
we love that.
I thought of "Way for Love" for some reason when you were just singing or like just doing that right now. Okay, I'm ready.
I've spun for you, and we've got the group. This is a great one. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what number I hope for. I hope you spin a roll of whatever. Your group is BLITZERS. Okay.
Okay.
Your group is BLITZERS. So I feel like, I don't know. It's high stakes in some capacity. I don't know why, but let me roll. Okay. You rolled a 6. So good luck.
6 is going to be so difficult.
I'm sorry for everyone out there that maybe knows a good bit about K-pop, but isn't that familiar with the group BLITZERS. You should be, but maybe don't listen to too much of this.
Yeah, you can listen to our Why You Should Stay in BLITZERS episode, though.
Oh, yes, that's a great idea. Like, take the interest from here to go and actually learn from there.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to do less than average, but more than half less than average.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, BLITZERS is a group with 7 members, and they debuted a long time ago. I've heard about them for years. I've stanned them for a long time. And they they have so much music, and they're constantly having comebacks. They actually just had a comeback already this year, even though it's January. They had a comeback, so go check it out. And their main genre, they actually, like, they started as kind of like a little bit more powerful. And then they kind of had, like, they do some lighter B-sides, but now they're kind of at, like, a fun sort of genre. That's what I know about their sound. And they have content frequently, And the content's really good stuff. But it's like, always coming out. They have reality shows. They have like entertainment content where they'll do like videos. We've talked about them before, like stretching videos. Those are good ones. And the members actually, they don't have their own like accounts anywhere. So if you're interested in that, sorry. And that's what I know about BLITZERS. I don't really know anything else. It's really hard to do it like a 6. I don't know.
Okay, this is very interesting because at first I kind of thought you were doing worse than a 6. Like you were not giving enough information. But then you gave some information that was like quite accurate, like about their sound and stuff. So I kind of feel like you landed in this place that's like someone who knows a little bit about BLITZERS, but is like living in delusions. Because a lot of the wrong information you gave was like, they have comebacks all the time, but it's like a delusion, right? It's like they don't. So I kind of feel like that was an accurate for level 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was like flip-flopping between completely wrong and like perfectly fine information in a sort of delusional way.
Thank you. I
like
appreciate that. I think BLITZERS would be proud.
Yeah, you know what? I think they would enjoy that. Okay, I'm spinning for me. Let's see. I'm getting the group. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Interestingly, I figured that the groups were kind of in a random order already when I was writing them down, so I didn't like shuffle the list after I did it. But interestingly, I decided to include both Luna and Loossemble. And I did put them one after another, so they were right next to each other on this wheel. And I almost got Luna, but I've got Loossemble. Okay. So let's see what I roll. Oh, okay, and I have rolled a 4. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. I kind of want to get a really low roll when I have a group that I know about so that I can like, meme answer rather than just sort of like struggle answer. But let's see how this goes. So today I'm going to be telling you about the group called Loossemble. You might think that it has something to do with the group Luna, but it actually doesn't. They're 2 separate groups. And the group Loossemble is a group of people who all have a birthday around the Lunar New Year, and they assembled together.
Oh, okay.
So it's like Lunar Assemble, Loossemble.
Cool.
That's where their name comes from. And they have a few members. One of them is named Jinhu. And it's a girl group. She has blonde hair most of the time, in case you're like thinking, oh, I think I might know who she is. That's her probably. They've got,
almost sounds like she's describing Jin Sol from Luna.
No, that's a different person. And so they have a lot of songs. You might have heard some of them. One of their songs is called I think it's something like, I think it's called like touchy, like ooh, you're a little touchy. But yeah, so that's one of their songs, but like they've got a lot of other ones. And they're very like, their sound is very, I don't know, you could say it's sort of just ambiguous, really. Just to really say what type of sound they have. And like the last thing I'd say about them is that their company, I believe, is pretty solid. I can't really say which one it is, but like they've just re-signed their contracts. They're probably going to stay there for a while. And that's the group Loossemble.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a 4, I think. I mean,
It might be worse than a
it
4.
might be worse than a 4. Like, was there any actual information in there? You were close. Like, you gave a synonym for the song title.
Yeah. I wanted a better synonym, but I really couldn't think of something better.
You said they were a girl group.
True. Okay.
I mean, it definitely wasn't higher than a 4. And it was higher than a 1. It was like 2 to 4.
Okay.
So you did pretty good.
I wish that I could have snuck something a little bit better in there, but like I don't know anything more. Like the things that I know the most about them are the things that I did like a reversal for, you know.
Yeah.
But I really don't actually know that much about Loossemble. Okay, well, let's spin for you. Spin for love. Oh my God, your dreams have come true.
My dreams?
Yes, this is the one and only group that you wished for.
What?
You said make sure that they're on that wheel. So I have spun Boy Next Door. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was like the longest name out of all of the names because I typed it in all caps. And so it really went like towards the center of the wheel. Okay, your roll is a 14.
Okay. I might be able to do this. I might have to pull up Google. We'll see. All right, Meowers. I'm going to tell you about K-pop boy group Boy Next Door. All right? They are under KOZ. Cause. That's what they always say in their songs. Entertainment, which is under HYBE. And their company is like tied with Zico. So he like shows up for them a lot. Like he's kind of like there often. And so they actually did just have a comeback. I'm not lying about it this time. They had a comeback and it's a single. And it's very like wintry, very like snowy. And so if you like the movie The Legend of Frosty the Snowman, there's like it's really reminiscent of the end of that film. So you might like their music video. And so they have a sound that is kind of unique, but it's also kind of not leaning into like one direction or another. Like it's sort of like a middle sound, but it's on the lighter side rather than the darker side. And so they do make their own music. I don't know if they make every song, and I don't know if they're like, you know, the sole writers. I don't think they are. I think they have other people working on their songs as well, but I know that they are involved. So they have 6 members. And Myung Jaehyun, you might know him. He's an MC on M Countdown. And I'm sure everybody knows Ihan. He loves Bish. And so they debuted, what was it, 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, 2 years ago. Well, 2023. And so they're new. They're 5th gen. And what else can I say about Boy Next Door? Their debut song, One and Only. They debuted with like 3 songs. I'm not sure. They do have like some sort of variety show that's like, I see the thumbnail for the horror one all the time, so I know that they have like an ongoing, well, maybe it's not ongoing anymore, I don't know. They have a variety program of some sort on their YouTube channel, and their fans, I think the name is One Door, yeah. And so you can abbreviate Boy Next Door BND if you want to. They have pretty microphones. Each person has like a colored microphone, and they do like some raps, and they're good at live performances.
Okay. I feel like that's probably a pretty accurate 14 because I feel like you already know Boy Next Door to a 14. Like I feel like I know them about a 10 and you know them like a little more than that because you know most of the time like the groups that you know like get to know a little more information about them. but like you don't know like a fan's worth.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that was probably pretty good. Yeah. Like I feel like you gave as much information as you could without it being like definitely a fan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're getting to our last spins here. Like we're slowing it down a bit now.
Are you making it bouncy?
Maybe. Well, no, I guess I'm not making it bouncy because I've got ONF, and that's not their song.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay, this one's tough. ONF, okay. Gosh, what am I gonna do
20.
here? Oh no, I've rolled a 17.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Say the name.
ONF. Okay, I just gotta go straight to the research for this one. I'm not gonna know that much about ONF. But here we go. This is ONF level 17, in case you're wondering. ONF is a group, okay? A team, if you will, where opposing on and off coexist. That's where they get their name. ONF, on and off. So they're a group that have 6 people, one of them being Wyatt. Okay, we all know Wyatt. This group was on Road to Kingdom. I think they did fairly well, but apparently the rest of the world didn't think that. I mean, they didn't win. But so they've got like 2 teams, an on team and an off team. And the on team specializes in vocals and the off team specializes in performances. I mean, it's just really well-rounded overall, but like they divided up like that. Okay, it's really quite genius. Their fandom name is Fuse. Okay,
Shout out to Fuse.
you're a Fuse, I'm a Fuse. That's why we're talking about ONF like this, because we're definitely all Fuse and it's pretty great. And if you're wondering where the name comes from, well, it comes from a fuse. So
Yes.
really, it's quite obvious there. They also have been, they've been a group since August 3rd, 2017 is when they debuted. So, and their first mini album was On/Off. There's a bit of a theme going on here.
There is definitely a strong theme.
Strong theme. So what else do we know about On and Off? Well, like one of their most recent songs that they've had to come back with was By My Monster. It's really good.
Really good.
The aesthetics are really good. It had a really good sound, had a really good stage design a lot of the times even. Oh, also all of the members have just recently finished their military service. They went together, they all did it, they got it out of the way. Smart. So that's cool. And yeah, I feel like, what else can I say really? Another song that they've had the song that's You Complete Me, that one. And they have another one that sounds kind of like that one as well, but I feel like I've talked about their songs too much. So yeah, I mean, if you don't know that stuff, like, I mean, come on now. Everybody's got to know all that if you're going to be a Fuse.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I feel like I should be getting more, though.
Ooh.
I feel like I should be getting more.
I could tell you more.
Okay.
Like their official greeting. 2, 3, lights on. Hello, this is ONF. And then they also have an official outro. So until now, lights off. This has been ONF.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
When did they get their first win?
They got their first win. It's right there. It's right there.
I wish I could use this as a reaction gif. You like with your mouse and like the research and the stress.
Oh God. They got their first win on a music show. Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, not wow, because I know what it is. I'm just saying wow. Like, don't even get me started. On March 2nd, 2021, okay, with their song Beautiful, Beautiful. And it was on the show, actually. So like that's the show that they got their win on is called The Show.
Right.
And that was their title track for their first studio album, ONF My Name, which was, I mean, that was released on February 24th, 2021. So, you know, and they also, it had a pre-release that was called My Name Is. But I mean, I don't want to give you too much information about them, but like I do just, I remember that time quite well.
As a Fusey would.
Yes. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, how did I do?
Pretty good. At the end, like, I made you give me more because it needed more, but now I think it's solid.
Okay. It's not even easy. Like when you have to Google, it's hard too. Like it's still hard because you have to decide how much of this information to give because now I have all of the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, I think it's, solid for a 17 because you only mentioned one of the members. Like, so it's like if you were giving a 20, you definitely want to talk about more of them. But you gave like that information about their win and stuff. And so, yeah.
I wanted to keep a little bit of my authenticity, you know, like who are the members that I know? What are the songs that I know?
Right.
Okay, well, let's give you another group.
Okay.
Here we go. Spinning.
Whew.
Any groups you're hoping for?
I don't know. A girl group?
Well, okay, you've gotten one. You got STAYC. Okay, here we go. STAYC, and we're rolling. Okay. We've got an official 20.
Oh, okay.
You've got to give me everything you've got.
Okay, I am ready to tell you all about K-pop girl group STAYC.
Okay.
So, they debuted in 2020 with the song So Bad, and they are a 6-member girl group from High Up Entertainment. And actually, their fandom name is Swith, but in Korean it's like sweet, so it's like kind of like, you know, sweet, not Swith. So anyway, they actually do have a fan song on their first full album called Stay With Me, and they have capitalized the SWITH so that it has the fandom name in the title of the song. Their most recent title track is GPT, and that was, you know, promoted and everything. So that was their most recent, like, full group promoted song. And so their first album is called Star to a Young Culture because STAYC, STAYC, Star to a Young Culture. That's where we're getting that from. That's what their name means. And actually, they have a member, Sheehan. You might know her. She's very prevalent. She's a main vocalist. And she was very famous. Like, she has a famous father. And so she acts. And she actually made an appearance in the drama I'm watching now, just as a side note. And so you might know them for their sort of like funky experimental sort of sound and style is how I'd personally describe it. And they got their first win with the song Stereotype. And they got that on September 14th on the program The Show, just like, you know, ONF. And so their actual, you know, member lineup, if you're looking to know all of the members, we've got Sumin, we've got Sheehan, we've got Isa, we've got San, we've got Yoon, and we've got Jay, the Magne. And so Yoon, you've probably seen her around. She's pretty prevalent in the entertainment scene, and she was also recently a judge on Starlight Boys, I believe that's the name of the program. So
you didn't roll a 20 on that.
I didn't roll a 20 on that. And so actually, Isa, her real name is Chae Young, just so that you know. And actually they do have a lot of idol friends. IVE members are friends with them. Billy members are friends with them. Yoon, she's a big fan of girl groups. I know this. She really likes Idol. And so you might know that, but if you don't, I'm explaining it all to you. So now you know this information. And hold on, let me tell you some more. Just stay tuned. Their first comeback, ASAP. You probably know ASAP.
I do.
And okay, what else do you want to know? I can tell you anything.
Well, like, what were some of their other songs? You mentioned Stereotype and ASAP and GPT. Did they have any others?
Of course, they have lots of songs. One of my favorite B-sides is the song called Young Love, and that was released when they were promoting Run to You. I really like that song. And they have the song Slow Down. That's another good one. When they were promoting Stereotype, they promoted that one as well. And so they have done like promoted songs quite often. You might know One Thing is the song that they were promoting when they did Cheeky Icy Thing. And so I think that was really fun. I
have another question.
Okay, sure. Is it about their Japanese debut?
No, it's not.
That was Poppy.
Okay. Do they have any like programs? Like, did they do any like? Do they have like a show or anything they ever did?
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Because like I like to watch that kind of thing for groups a lot of the time. So like I'm just wondering if they have one, because I'd be interested maybe in checking it out. But
okay, well, I can tell you they have a program called Staycation.
Oh, okay.
And they have a STAYC Sports Day.
Oh, that's fun.
Thing that they had.
Was that any good?
Probably. I don't really remember. I don't really remember. Okay. But I did, you know what I actually did see with STAYC? I saw their like Dingo Mafia dance.
Oh,
that was fun.
I love those.
They did that. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, and I saw Jay when she went on Bomy's like show.
I Need a Friend
forget
show.
What it's called. Yeah,
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. You want to know anything else?
I think that's enough information for me.
Okay.
That was a 20, I'd say. Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, we've learned so much about STAYC today. I didn't really know that there was like a girl that had a famous parent and all that kind of stuff, so that was interesting.
I do think that I actually knew most of that. I wouldn't have been able to remember it on the spot though if I didn't look it up.
Right,
so
right.
I kind of feel like looking it up hindered me. In a sense, as like I couldn't allow my mind to flow as freely.
Yes, I get that.
But yeah, like I don't even remember off the top of my head that High Up is the name of their company, but
it's a rare one. I've never really heard that one, so it's understandable.
So yeah.
Okay, well, nice job. I feel like it would have been really fun to roll a 20 for BTS. Because it would have been like, here are their stage names, but here are their real names, and like here were their album titles and blah blah. But I don't think we're going to be rolling any more 20s today, because we're probably just going to do one final bonus round. I think it's about time.
Okay.
And I'm calling it a bonus round because we're going to roll one more time for each of us, but I'm going to only roll a 4-sided die. So it's going to be 4 is the maximum we're going to get here. Okay. Just because these are the silliest ones. So let's just round it out with that. So I'm rolling mine right now. I hope that I get a good group. Oh, please, 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 please. I don't want this group. I think I should just re-roll. I won't even say the group that I got. I'm going to re-spin because it's the bonus round. It's meant to be like something that I can work with here, right? Mm-hmm. And the group that I got, I don't know enough about it to like really make it something fun. Mm. So I'm re-rolling and I'm getting... Ooh. Okay. I have rolled RIIZE.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and so now rolling out of 4, I've rolled a 1.
Okay.
Okay. guys, I am here to tell you all about the group known as RIIZE. To start, I always like to clarify because the spelling of these groups can be quite complicated sometimes. For RIIZE, don't worry, it is not. The group name RISE, RIIZE. That's how you spell their group name, and this is a boy group that was formed somewhat recently, but the interesting about them is they're actually a trot group, not a K-pop group. So some of the members, I mean, all of the members really are pretty good at vocals, but like some of the notable vocal members, you have Siho, and also you have Song Chun, and you have one more, Anthony. They're like pretty, like everybody's always talking about them and their vocals. I've heard of them. Oh, and you know what? Actually, there's another one. His name is Winnie, and yeah, they have like a couple other foreign members, from some other countries. I think that's definitely a thing that they have. But yeah, so they're a trot group. They do some dancing, but it's nothing really very intense. It's pretty like, it's like there's choreography, right? But like nothing too intense. And their name RIIZE is because of the sunrise.
Yeah. Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. So like rise, like, you know, when the sun rises in the morning. And so their fandom name, interestingly, is set for like the sun when it sets at nighttime.
Okay.
So they're always like, "Oh, set, we love you," like that. And they have an intro. It says, it's like this: "When the sun rise, we'll be there." That's their intro that they do.
Oddly enough, I don't remember that. I'll have to pay more attention.
Yeah, you got to pay more attention. So because they're kind of quiet, so when they say it, sometimes it's like, you know, they're just like, "Oh, the little trot band," right? Like it's not. Yeah. None of them can play any instruments. I know that for a fact because they did a thing one time where they were like supposed to play instruments for like fun content piece, and like it was not, you know, it was not going well. So there's that. And then like I feel like I need to give like one extra like little known fact about them.
Like the color, like
the color for RIIZE is actually yellow for the sun. And yeah, but like it's actually not even like bright yellow like you might think. It's kind of like a pastel yellow because they are very calm. Like if they're trot, but like not even like poppy trot, like trot that's definitely closer to being like really just subdued. Everything, just think low tempo, right? Just think like calm, smooth, things like that.
Okay. Is that your explanation of RIIZE?
I would like to name one song of theirs. Let me just say one song. Because I realized I haven't done that.
Oh, you realized?
Yeah, I did. They have a song. It's called "Don't Get a Microphone." And I know that sounds like such a weird song title, but really what the song is about don't pick up a microphone and sing. Listen to us sing instead. It's a unique concept.
Okay, yeah.
So that one is pretty popular.
I don't think I've heard of that one, but, you know, guess I'll have to check it out.
So that's the group RIIZE.
Wow, that was very bad, but like good job. Was it a 1 though? Do you feel like it was a 1? There was so much. You were really playing with misinformation.
Yes.
So I guess it was a 1 considering how wrong it was. But I'm thinking of it maybe like a 2 or a 3 because you were giving so much. Like you were putting out a lot.
I was. It's true.
But it was all so wrong. They are a relatively quiet group on the surface, but their choreography not being intense. The members, you were getting suspiciously close to the names though, so I feel like that was higher than a 1.
Oh no.
But yeah, it was fun to listen to.
Oh, okay, thanks. Well, let's see what you get.
Uh-oh.
As we spin the wheel for the last time today, let's remember all of those groups that have volunteered, except they didn't ever volunteer, to become guinea pigs for this lovely new game of ours. Thank you. Your group today, for the final bad explaining, is EVNNE.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling for you. You have rolled, a 4.
Okay, I can do this. Sure I can. EVNNE is a boy group, right? And they were formed on the show Produce 101. And they are a group that has... They're a group that has, the default contract length. We can expect like 7 years from them for sure, like at least. But they'll probably all, re-sign. And so EVNNE is a group that the name doesn't mean anything. Like, even or odd, like, I guess. But it doesn't, it's spelled EVEN, just so you know.
Of course, just like RIIZE.
And, right. And they have... I think they're a larger group. They are a larger group. I think that they have over 7 members. And so the company, they're one of the big 4. And so they have like a lot of fans. They win on music shows, like guaranteed when they have a comeback, they're gonna win. And they, they have a song, something like Boombox. And the vocals kind of middle of the road. And the dancing they're kind of like a middle of the road type of, they're not gonna overly showcase one thing or another. And the raps, yeah, it's all yeah. Their fandom name, they actually don't have one yet.
Okay.
Just so you know, and they do not ever make any content. So if you're interested in getting into this group, it's going to be really hard for you to find stuff. But you can, of course, check them out on Produce 101. And actually, not every member came from that show. Only some of them. Like, you might think, they were formed from that. But no, like, they only had some of them compete. The rest were, like, the hidden trainee sort of deals. And they're, like, the company, like SM or something, probably had them in the basement as trainees for a long time. And so, yeah. And let's see, what else can I tell you? One more thing about EVNNE. One more thing. What do you want to know?
Do you know any of the members' names?
Oh, yeah. Well, there is a foreign member, and I know that his name starts with a K.
Okay.
I think it might be Kyrell.
Ooh,
not sure.
I definitely have heard. Yeah, I've heard of someone with that name in Kpop. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they might have also been from Produce 101.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. That's about all I've got on EVNNE.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That was. Yeah. Like, I feel like it was kind of similar to mine. Like, they're both kind of just like a whole bunch of like just bad bad information. The Produce 101 parts, is so like you just said it with such casualness every time. That was pretty funny.
Thanks.
I liked that. Okay.
Cool.
Sure.
Thanks. Okay.
Well, I don't know, maybe we went overboard today. I don't know, maybe.
Oh.
But I just feel like there was so much potential. You know, like there was always another group. There was always another role, right? It's like, who knows what the next one will be, right? So it's
It was definitely an interesting experiment.
Yeah, and it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Like, it doesn't seem like any of the combinations are easy.
Yeah, I agree. I was wondering, like, I was kind of in the mindset of it would be, like, difficult. Like, I was getting nervous about having to explain a group that I knew a lot about. But actually, that wasn't too bad. It was, like, the middle of the road things that were more difficult.
Yeah, I feel like the most difficult... I mean, the easiest was probably like you highly describing Pentagon.
Yeah.
Like that one was easy, but like any other like matchup, like not knowing the group and having to do a low one, or not knowing the group and having to do a high one, knowing the group, like it was all hard.
I think to describe well a group that you really know and to describe poorly a group that you really know are probably the easiest ones.
Yeah.
Because you can like work with information that you do know and then just flip it around so that it's not true. But I would do that again. Would anybody want to listen?
Yeah,
is the question.
I hope that people found it somewhat interesting. And yeah, like we were trying it out for the first time, so let us know what you think, but please be nice because like I said, we were trying it out for the first time. We didn't know how it was gonna go.
Yeah, this was supposed to be for fun. Please don't take, like, at least not the, not the low rolls as fact. Like, and so you can leave us a comment and let us know if you enjoyed it, if you'd want us to do this again. And if you did enjoy it, remember to like the video wherever you're listening. And don't forget to please subscribe to the BlushCat channel on YouTube and turn on notifications. Check out all of our other podcast episodes and our non-podcast K-pop content that's on our YouTube channel. And check out our K-pop playlists that are available on the BlushCat Spotify.
Yes, and to reiterate one final time, basically if we rolled over a 10, you can try and take more of that as like, oh, they're probably telling truthful things. And less than a 10, just think like it's probably mostly wrong. And across the board, it was all for fun.
Yeah, hopefully if you know a lot about K-pop, you will have enjoyed this episode because you'll be like, why on earth are they saying these things about this group? Or if you know nothing about K-pop, maybe you'll have fun like trying to actually go and learn more about the groups so you can know like what is true and what's not. That might be interesting. You can get into the groups that way. And one of the ways you can do that is, of course, by listening to our other podcast episodes, like I said that you should be doing. Remember to stay meowing, everyone. Stay meowing.
Yes, there are definitely some groups that we have talked a lot more about, like that we know a lot about them in other episodes specifically, that here we explained poorly.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening. This has been Indigo
and me. Bye.
Meow 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 meow.